I'll get into Married at First Sight last night. If not, I'm here to give you a recap. The red flags were falling all over the place last night. I'm going to do a review of 2 of the 5 couples and we can talk about it in the comments. Thanks for coming back to my channel.
Okay, fire away, what you got?
Are there like any bad quirks about Elijah that I need to be patient with?
You may have to explain something once or twice or 3 times to Olajuwon.
Okay.
Before he understands it and then gives you a real answer.
So basically what you're saying is that Olajuwon is dumb.
Okay.
Because if you go into something and kind of like, hey, this is what's going on, what do you think? All his answers are going to be protective of himself. It's going to be, no, I ain't doing it.
And selfish. Red flag number 2.
Doing it. So patience is huge because it sometimes takes a little extra.
Okay.
I don't know that Katina was hearing the same things that we were hearing. There were just red flags just exploding all over the place. Starting with his boys' faces when she asked the question. You could tell there was so much more that they weren't saying, and the little bit they did say was bad enough.
What he'll do, I believe that he's the type of guy that's going to try to mold you to feed the lady you want.
Sis, why doesn't any of this concern you? Are you buzzed already? Mold you means make you into his trophy wife. And you can tell already because cooking is an issue for him. And when you said you couldn't cook, you saw the look on his face. And Katina, this is not good. Katina, this is not good.
I'm very vulnerable. I want her to know that I'm coming with an open heart. I'm gonna have patience, communication. I told her too I have ADHD.
You man.
Yeah.
No, she didn't ask him if he was on meds.
Yeah, I can control it. You know, just sometimes if a story's too long, I might go like this. If I seem like I'm doing too much, then let me know. I gotta back off. There's no more me or I, it's us and we. I don't have a lot of friends. I only have 2 friends. I don't do funny. I don't do funny business. I am straightforward and narrow. Things you can't even see, you have to learn. And I'm a hard learner. It takes me hard to learn. I'm very good too. That's not way we can make this work. You know, if there's no communication, there's nothing. I don't even know how handcuffs feel. I had the highest GPA on my whole college football team. I think she's smart. Our chemistry, I felt like it was so natural.
If Olajuwon is taking meds, he sure as hell didn't take them today. Because your boy's all over the place. His GPA, he ain't never been in handcuffs. He's a hard learner. What does that even mean? What are you talking about?
Katina is, Katina. Sorry, Katina. Sorry. Katina. My wife's name is Katina.
You know, the matchmakers did a really good job here. They took a man who is a reformed cheater with ADHD and paired him with a woman who is a reformed party girl who's been cheated on a lot. This is going to be an explosion. It's going to be a train wreck. And maybe that's why they cast them, because you always need that one couple that just gives you a lot of material for the season. And Katina and Olajuwon are going to be that couple. He is not focused. He's not ready to be married. He is enamored with her looks and how they look together. She's enamored with his tattoos and his body. This is all surface. This is all surface, and nothing about this gives me a yes on decision day. The writing is on the wall. There's red flags everywhere.
So, let's say Alyssa's had a really bad day. What does a bad day look like for her, and what can I do to help?
The best thing would be is to stay away.
Okay.
Seriously. Give her space. Let her rant and rave. Okay. Don't say anything to her.
Alyssa strikes me as a successful, driven person who has together, knows what she wants, is going to fight to get what she wants. She's a force of nature, and it doesn't hurt at all that she's beautiful.
That's what you got from what her grandmother said? A force of nature? See, this is where men go wrong. You get enamored by the looks and the package. and you smitten with her already, and you barely know her, and the little bit about her you do know is that she doesn't compromise. She has a bad attitude. You can't be around her when she's upset. It's very clear. The writing is on the wall. This chick is no good, or she's just no good for you. But he's gonna be. He looks like he's the type that runs into a building on fire, thinking that he could change them, thinking that if he loves on them enough, if he's nicer and kinder and sweeter, that they're going to bend. But women like this never do. All they do is take advantage of men like that.
So if he ever comes off as condescending,
It's coming from a good place.
he's saying, I can teach this person something.
Or he's trying to teach himself something.
Yeah, I mean, it is a learning process for himself.
Immediately.
No, I wouldn't say expert. He's trying to teach and help you become a better person.
In instances where like Chris starts to get overbearing or like feels like he's just drilling down on something that either you have no interest in or it's like just too much, too fast. Like I don't want to learn about this right now, Chris.
Maybe change the subject.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
or like just ask follow-up questions and get him talking about something. He likes to monologue.
I feel like Chris's boys are sabotaging him. Like, I get it that this is the part of the episode where you go and you talk to their family, you find out their quirks and all this, but she didn't ask you any questions. It seemed like y'all were just eager to go in and find negative things about Chris to say to her. And y'all took turns doing it, and it looked like y'all had this look of glee on your face when you were done, especially when you saw her reaction. I didn't like that at all. If he's your boy, you're supposed to, and I'm not saying lie, but kind of like what Olajuwon's boys did. Now, as bad a person as he probably is, or as destructive as he can be, they still try to put a positive spin on it. You look like you were digging in the crates to find something to say, and then when you saw the look on her face, you didn't back down or you didn't change your tone. And at the very end, they all smiled and looked at each other like, yeah, look what we just did. I didn't like that at all. That did not feel good. And even given the things they said, that was nothing in comparison to what her own grandmother said about her. And you see Chris's reaction was like, okay, I'll work with it. I can do that. And this one here is already checked out. She was looking for an excuse to not want this guy, not be with this guy, not pick this guy, and they gave it to her on a silver platter.
I don't know how I would put up with that kind of behavior.
And see, what they did was they gave her the ammunition that she needed to exercise the excuse that she wanted to not move forward. Now she says she's not. She's talking to the producers behind closed doors, saying that this is not who she wanted and she doesn't think she could sleep in the same room with him tonight. He didn't do anything to you. He didn't do any. He was nothing but kind to you. And the stupid nonsense that his friend said, if that's a deal breaker, and this is what I understand about women like Alyssa and like MYRLA from last season. If you have all of these standards and all these things that are so important to you and you're so selective and so picky, you should not be on a show like this because it's not designed for people like you. And now you bring these men in like Gil and Chris, and you're going to pull them into your web and you're going to hurt them. And then you're going to damage them for the next woman because they are going to be on guard because they have to feel like they have to protect their hearts because women like you have hurt them. I don't think this has ever happened before where somebody refused to sleep in the same room on the wedding night. I mean, I've heard of maybe like, one sleeps on the couch and one sleeps on the bed, but damn, what did he do, sis, that's so bad that you can't be in the room with him? She's something else. I'm telling you. I know you need a villain every season, but come on. She's coming out the gate all the way wrong. And this man, he better grow a pair because she is going to railroad him. And he going to end up like Gil last season crying on the damn reunion. And I'm going to stop here. The other three couples were pretty uneventful. It looks like it might work between them. But these two I had to speak about because they were just train wrecks all over the place. And you already tell that these are going to be the couples to watch this season. So I just wanted to give a quick recap of what I saw last night. I welcome you to drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. Does anybody think that these two couples have a chance in hell? Yeah, so let's talk about it. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.